Sean
And Sean here reporting on Wales event strategy, and our key focuses will be on how we can utilise St David's Day events as a promotional tool for culture and raise the profile of Wales across the world. We will then look at how St Patrick's Day events have boosted the recognition of Irish culture and Ireland as a global destination.
By 2020, Wales hope to achieve their vision of being recognised as a constantly outstanding destination for major events. Their mission is to develop a balanced and sustainable portfolio of major events which enhances Wales' international reputation and well-being of its people and communities.
Over to the Prime Minister David Cameron for his views on Wales and St David's Day.
St David's Day is a moment to celebrate a wonderful country and a great part of our United Kingdom. When I think of Wales, I think of its incredible beauty, from the beaches of the Gower to the peaks of Snowdonia. It is absolutely right that Wales has been named in the top 10 countries to visit in the entire world. I think of Welsh industry. Wales was the world's first industrial nation, and today it's Wales that builds the wings for more than half of the world's commercial aircraft. Wales that makes cells supporting half of the world's mobile phones. And Wales, where only last week Aston Martin announced its second manufacturing facility as part of a £200 million investment. I think of Welsh creativity, from the founder of our most treasured public service, our free NHS, to our continued funding for S4C, which is so important to the Welsh language and the rapidly growing creative industries sector. And when I think of Wales, of course, I think of its magnificent culture and sport. From the land of song and the home of the Eisteddfod to the Welsh rugby team, whose visit to Twickenham later this month will be the highlight of the Six Nations and yet another great advert for British sport. So wherever you are today, take a moment to treasure everything that is so special about Wales. And I wish you all a very happy St David's Day.
The cherished milestones in all our individual lives are marked by events. They are the moments that shape our destinies and remain etched in the memory.
The major event strategy for Wales identifies the 4 key categories which have been supported throughout the report. They are as follows.
Major events, which are events defined by their scale and appeal to attract and influence large-scale international audiences and media coverage, such as Ashes Test Match, Rugby Heineken Cup Final and the Mobile Awards.
Mega events are events with a global reach. They are often involve building a new venue and a bidding process, such as the Commonwealth Games and the Ryder Cup.
Growth events are small events, often new with a footprint of focus that is regional, local or sector-led, which can have the potential to evolve and grow to become a major event for Wales, for example the Cardiff Half Marathon.
Signature events are events that have a very strong international dimension. They are reoccurring and they are also even unique to Wales or distinctively Welsh in flavour and reflect on our culture. Examples include Hay Festival, the National Urdd Eisteddfod, Llangollen International Music Eisteddfod and the Royal Welsh Show.
While stating these signature events, there is no mention of the patron saint, St David, and how this event could be used as a strategic tool to promote Wales globally as a destination to be recognised.
Now over to Carl Wyn-Jones, First Minister of Wales, for his St David's Day greeting.
On the 1st of March, people in Wales and across the world join together to celebrate St David's Day. It presents an opportunity to celebrate our people, history and culture, and to reflect on where we are as a nation. A lot has happened in the last 5 years. 5 years ago, the UK was looking forward to the Olympics in London. Welsh companies contributed to the construction of the Olympic Park. Overseas teams trained in Wales. The Royal Mint in Llantrisant made the medals, and Welsh members of Team GB brought many of those medals back home to Wales. We have since seen exceptional Welsh performances at the Commonwealth Games, a heroic performance from the Welsh rugby team at the Rugby World Cup, and the Welsh football team reach the Euros 2016. Wales has also hosted major sporting events including Golf's Senior Open, the UEFA Super Cup, the Ashes Test match in 2015 and, with England, the Rugby League World Cup. On the 26th of March, the World Half Marathon will be in Cardiff. As well as world-class sporting venues, we have great facilities, like the world's first full-length coastal path, mountain bike runs to match some of the best in Europe, the fastest zip wire in the world, and slate caverns transformed into an underground trampolining adventure. It's no wonder that Wales is featured in the Rough Guide's top 10 countries to visit in 2016. Wales has also hosted significant international events outside sport, including Womex 2013, the World Music Expo. In 2014, world leaders came to the NATO Wales Summit in Newport, for many, their first visit to Wales, and many spoke about the warmth and hospitality that the Welsh offer. Barack Obama, the first US president to visit Wales while in office, encouraged people in the United States to visit Wales, saying that it was a country of extraordinary beauty, wonderful people, and great hospitality. The summit was a huge success story. It's a sign of a mature, devolved Wales that we could host this event safely and successfully. The first time a political event on this scale had ever come to the UK. The devolution story has continued to evolve since the Government of Wales Act in 2011 gave Wales greater lawmaking powers. 2012 saw the first piece of legislation created wholly in Wales for more than 600 years, when the Official Languages Bill was given royal assent. The groundbreaking Human Transplantation Wales Act introduced presumed consent of organ donation. The Wellbeing of Future Generations Wales Act comes into force in April. It's about improving the social, economic, environmental and cultural well-being of Wales for future generations. At Climate Change Week New York in 2015, Nikhil Seth of the Department of Economic and Social Affairs at the United Nations said, "We hope that what Wales is doing today, the world will do tomorrow." Wales's economy is also on the up. In 2013 to 14, we saw the highest number of inward investment successes in 30 years. New investors in 2014 to 15 have included Finnish software company Leadin, Calbee, Japan's leading snack food manufacturer, and US cybersecurity company Alert Logic. Science and engineering have seen significant developments too. Wales is growing an international reputation for world-class research and development. Our innovative life sciences hub, Sir Cymru, a scheme to attract world-class scientists, and the £450 million Science and Innovation Bay campus at Swansea University are contributing to that story. Our creative industry sector is also thriving. In 2014, Pinewood Studios came to Wales. Now, attracting the company which makes the James Bond films is testament to the burgeoning creative industry sector here. Wales produces programmes with a worldwide following like Doctor Who and Sherlock, as well as having success in the gaming sector. We continue to value and protect our heritage and language. The last 5 years has seen the Official Languages Wales Act 2012, a new Welsh Language Commissioner and standards. And last year, I visited Patagonia to mark the 150th anniversary of the Welsh settlement in the Chubut province. In 2014, DT 100 celebrated 100 years since the birth of one of Wales's most well-known poets and writers, Dylan Thomas. And this year, we'll be celebrating the centenary of Cardiff-born author Roald Dahl with another year-long programme of events. I hope that these events capture the imagination of people around the world, just as Dahl did with his storytelling. Wales is a great country with great people. The St David Awards, now in their third year, acknowledge the achievements of people in Wales. Look out for this year's winners to be announced on the 10th of March. Wherever you are in the world, I wish you a happy St David's Day. Hoffwn i ddymuno, dydd Gŵyl Dewi hapus iawn i chi.
Thank you, Carwyn Jones, for the reflection on Wales and its achievements over the past year. Carwyn has proven that Wales has a lot to be proud of, with the recent events being hosted, new strategies being put in place, and the development that is going on within Wales currently. Even though this clip is named Carwyn Jones' St David's Day greeting, he does not emphasise how St David's Day can be used as a tool to generate more tourism into Wales and to promote our culture, history and language globally.
The programme for delivering their vision is set out in One Wales. One Wales was the coalition agreement for the National Assembly for Wales between Labour and Plaid Cymru in 2007. The Welsh Government set 7 policy areas of why they should invest in these major events: healthy future, prosperous society, living communities, learning for life, a fair and just society, a sustainable environment, a rich and diverse culture. They elaborate on each of these points, but for a rich and diverse culture, they say that major events showcase Wales' unique culture, identity and heritage, which are a catalyst for cultural innovation and expression, and provide valuable opportunities for our leading artists and athletes to display their talents on the world stage.
What better way to showcase Wales and its culture than on St David's Day? St David's Day is celebrated on the 1st of March. It is celebrated by schools and cultural societies throughout Wales. It is the custom on that day to wear either a leek or a daffodil, 2 of our national emblems, and for children to wear the national costume. Schools celebrate St David's Day by organising Eisteddfod for children to participate in talent shows, competitions and activities relating to the Welsh language and culture. There are not many events hosted around Wales on St David's Day compared to St Patrick's Day, which is not just celebrated nationally but worldwide also.
This strategy is constructed on a set of basic principles. These 3 key points we felt that St David's Day need to be a key focus around in order to create a well-known global patron saint day. Enhance the recognition and reputation of Wales in the world. Create a strong sense of place which celebrates the diversity and distinctiveness of Welsh culture and enhances the use and profiles of the Welsh language inside and outside Wales. Support the development of a strong and sustainable event industry in Wales. Sian, do you think these goals have been met by 2016 in regards to other events being hosted in Wales?
Yes, in terms of the recent success of sporting events such as the 2010 Ryder Cup, Six Nations Rugby, Rugby World Cup 2015, which Wales hosted 8 games, and winning the hockey bid to host the Women's Euros 2017. But in relation to cultural events promoting our country, not so much. The National Eisteddfod is hosted each year in a different part of Wales every time, but the only media coverage this event will get will be on S4C, BBC Radio Cymru and BBC Wales TV channels. Elaborating more on the rich and diverse culture policy area, they believe these assessment criteria will help to encourage this area. Promote and support and make use of the Welsh language, promote the Wales brand in key overseas target markets, provides Welsh audiences with world-class experiences, and promotes Welsh arts and artists on the UK and the world stage. With these points being raised and set to achieve, the question we need to ask ourselves is the Welsh event strategy meeting these targets when it comes to cultural events? We are now going to speak to Julie, who had input into organising this year's St David's Day Parade in Cardiff City Centre.
Well, the funding has been withdrawn from this event,
Yeah.
St David's Day Parade, and we're just going ahead with it anyway to show that we can do it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. That was a great point you made there about funding being cut for the St David's Day Parade in Cardiff. How can we deliver these events without the support of our governments and councils? Now over to Glyn Wise, a representative of Plaid Cymru, and his views on St David's Day.
Know about St David's, but the event, I personally believe that we should all have a day off. for the patron saint of David, or patron saints of Wales. We should all have a day off just to celebrate it. Like, how many knows about St David's? Where did he come from? Who was his mother? Do you know what I mean? Why is he our patron saint? Because people know his history, people need to be educated on this.
Yeah.
So that's what I believe anyway.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Yes, well,
What a great point you made there, Glyn, about making our patron saint day a national holiday, as this has clearly had positive effects in Ireland with regards to St Patrick's Day. By St David's Day becoming a national holiday within Wales, it will give the opportunity to host events throughout Wales which people could then attend. Let's hear from Neil McAvoy, a Plaid Cymru politician, on his views on St David's Day parade in Cardiff and how we should be following in the footsteps of Ireland.
Do you think Wales does enough to promote St David's Day as an event?
No. From 2008 until 2012, when we had a Plaid Cymru Council in Cardiff, it was promoted, it was funded. You know, we called it the St David's Day Festival. Well, I was deputy leader then, and now we've got a lot of people here today. And you know, what is there for everybody to do now? We've marched. There's nothing going on. It's quite shameful that the council has removed funding. We've got a Welsh government which is Welsh in name only. They do little to promote St David's Day or Wales around the world, and I look forward to the elections in May. We can maybe have a government which actually wants to promote Wales to the world. You know, everybody knows Dublin.
Yeah.
Everybody knows St Patrick. You know, what about Wales and St David's? And we're not helped by businesses like Brains, for example, who trade off the reputation of being Welsh. Yet in 2011. Brains refused to support St David's Day in Cardiff, and I don't think many patrons know that, patrons of Brains that is, in this city. It's not rocket science. Welsh is a unique selling point in so many ways, and we should promote it.
Yeah.
It makes commercial sense,
It does.
as well as cultural sense.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Me and Sian will now be travelling to Ireland and staying in Dublin, the Irish capital, to compare our findings from St David's Day against the success of St Patrick's Day.
On the 4th of July, 1806, we set sail from the sweet cove of Cork. We were sailing away with a cargo of bricks for the Grand City Hall in New York. 'Twas a wonderful craft, she was rigged fore and aft, and oh how the wild wind drove her. She stood several blasts, she had 27 masts, and they called her the Irish Rover.
St Patrick's Day isn't only celebrated in Ireland, but is celebrated all around the world. In New York this year they hosted the largest St Patrick's Day parade, with no cars, no floats, just 200,000 people marching. And in San Francisco they celebrated their 165th St Patrick's Day parade. And in Chicago they dyed the river green to represent St Patrick's Day.
Whilst looking on Northern Ireland's tourist board website, Vulture, we managed to find their event strategy, which is called Northern Ireland Home of Great Events, Event Strategy Vision to 2020. They mention how tourism is now viewed as a sector that can make a real, tangible, positive contribution to the Northern Ireland economy. In 2012, Northern Ireland welcomed approximately 4 million visitors, spending an overall 683 million, supporting 40,000 jobs. By 2020, it is hoped a clear vision for tourism will in turn increase employment, supported by tourism, to 50,000 jobs, drive visitor numbers to an unprecedented 4.5 million per annum, and double the revenue generated to 1 billion. The vision for events in Northern Ireland is that Northern Ireland will be known as the home of great events, featuring a strong annual tourism event programme consisting of major global events attracted to be held in Northern Ireland, supported by core international, national and local events. These events will cover a range of interests and regions. They will be visitor inspired, showcasing Northern Ireland as a unique destination on a global stage, as a place to live, work, study and visit. Events play an important and strategic role into delivering this vision. Event-led short breaks is one of the Northern Ireland Tourism Board's key market segments. Major global events in particular are able to fulfil the objective of showcasing Northern Ireland as a unique destination to live, work, study and visit. Although St Patrick's Day is a huge global event which celebrates the culture of Ireland, there is also no mention of it in the event strategy, just like Wales. But having said this, Ireland are making this event globally successful. With the title of this documentary being "Do Wales Need the Luck of the Irish?" Yes, we do, as it has been clearly emphasised throughout this documentary that Ireland's National Patron Saint Day is not only nationally successful, but globally as well, in terms of promoting Ireland's culture and history and a destination in which you must visit and enjoy. Having said this, it should still be incorporated in the event strategy in order for other countries to gain knowledge and understanding of this effective event. Wales need to consider their Patron Saint Day more as a tool to encourage tourists coming into the country and promoting outside of Wales in order to educate people around the world of our culture, heritage and language. As stated by Glyn Wise, the potential for St David's Day to be a national holiday would encourage more people to get involved in the cultural events held that day and celebrate their patron saint through festivals, carnivals and parades. Ireland has taken the advantage of Irish dancing, Guinness and the shamrock as their national emblem to promote the culture around the world. Wales's aims to become a globally recognised destination can be promoted through St David's Day and the celebration of Welsh culture, traditional dancing, rugby, food such as Welsh cakes, Wales's castles and the daffodil, dragon and leek as its national emblems. Key strategic recommendations for St David's Day being incorporated in the major event strategy for Wales are making it a national holiday. This will enable people to attend events held around Wales on St David's Day. Promoting the culture not only just nationally but internationally, so using the unique symbols of Welsh culture to promote Wales such as national emblems, traditional dancing, education of Welsh heritage such as castles, mining and steelworks, passion for rugby and traditional Welsh food and drink in reference to Welsh cakes, Welsh cow, Welsh rarebit and Welsh ciders, ales and whisky. And lastly, encouraging government funding for St David's Day events. There's a small budget for funding in general events, but in order for us to increase tourism and promotion of our country, funding for St David's events is a vital part of this. Thanks for tuning in and listening to our comparison on St David's Day and St Patrick's Day, and now to end with Scott Quinnar and his promotion of Wales in London Victoria Station. From both Sean and myself, diolch yn fawr, Slán Lat.
Come on, Wales!